Hey guys, it's Eric from the Kobold Club. Today I just wanted to share with you all my Star Wars X-Wing miniatures collection. These are from the Star Wars X-Wing Minis game by Fantasy Flight Games. The game came out in 2012 and I've been playing it since then. I'm more of a casual player. I like to collect the ships and make kind of crazy lists that aren't really competitive and don't really follow the meta so much. But this is my entire collection. It's definitely smaller than some of the other people's I've seen out there. But I just want to show it to you guys. We'll go through some of the ships and I'll also show you a storage solution that I use that is actually pretty efficient and very cheap. So thanks for watching. Let's get into it. So we'll start with my Imperial Army. Up front here we have some TIE fighters, a couple TIE fighters from the new movie. Behind them we got some TIE interceptors and some other various TIEs. You'll see the advanced TIE right there. That's Darth Vader's from the original film. Some other TIEs, and then of course the iconic Lambda Shuttle. You have to have one of those. That big guy back there is a TIE Decimator. Definitely a very big ship. Has a lot of hit points. Deals out a lot of damage. Back on the back here, this is a large ship, this Raider right here. This is not for standard play. This is just for when playing games with large ships. There's special rules for it. You can't use it in competition really, but for setting up a huge battle, like an all-day kind of thing with friends, it is definitely fun to use. We'll move over here to the Scum and Villainy. This is the newest and third faction of the X-Wing game. They have some kind of crazy ships. Most of them are like junkers, just kind of thrown together type weird things. Up here is a couple Z95 headhunters. Those are some very cheap ships to use. They don't cost a whole lot of points and they're pretty effective. They have definitely saved my ass multiple times playing games. This is the Mist Hunter. We got Boba Fett's ship right there. You can play with that with the Rebels or Scum and Villainy, just depending on how you load it out. Got some other ships here. That is Bosk's Houndtooth there. YV666, number of the beast ship. We got a couple different interceptors there. IG-88's ship right there, the Aggressor, Star Viper. Okay, we'll move on over to the Rebels side. Up front we got my favorite ships, of course. We have some of the T-65 and the T-70 X-Wings. So these on the outside here, these are the original X-Wings. The ones in the middle are from the new movies, The Force Awakens. They're a little bit better than the old ships. I feel that the old ships were kind of obsoleted when these came out. They can Talon roll. They're not that much more expensive from what I remember. Let's see, we got the A-Wing. Of course you have the Millennium Falcon and his dish is backwards. So that is the old Millennium Falcon. We have Dash Rendar's ship there, the other YT. B-Wing, I have another one, I don't know where it's at though. We got some Y-Wings, there's another Y-Wing over here. They can play as either Scum or Rebels. Got the E-Wing, the HWK, K-Wing, Ghost. A lot of you guys will recognize this from the Star Wars Rebel animated series. And that little ship there is the Phantom that goes along with Ghost. So, if you look at Ghost here, this is kind of cool. You see Phantom tucked away in there. He can break off from the ship and go out and kind of do his own thing. Or you can get bonuses leaving him inside of that ship. This right here is the Karelian Corvette. This is kind of like the Raider. It's a large ship. It can only be used, or a huge ship I guess. It can only be used in certain types of play. It kind of has its own set of rules. And you'll see this board here. This is actually a custom made. Me and my friend made this. It's modular. It can split in half here for easy carrying. Oh, lost the ship in the process. So it can split in half and it's folded up. It's just made out of plywood. And then we have one of these Gale Force 9 mats. It's just kind of glued down. I would recommend, if you want to do one of these, to make sure you kind of research the different adhesives and how they're going to react with this material that this is made out of, because over time, I don't know if I can get a shot of it, it'd be kind of hard, but anyways, it's starting to bubble up and come off there. It's starting to get huge bubbles kind of all over. The outside is just standard felt that we glued on there. And the back side, just plywood. So that is our custom board. We wanted something cool to play on, and we'll probably end up switching this mat out with a different one. I would like to do the Star Killer base one that they just released. So let me show you guys my storage stuff. With the exception of the two giant ships that you see back there, I can fit all of that stuff and all of the things necessary to play inside of this right here, this little setup. I can fit all the ships and all the tokens and stuff inside of this tackle box that I found. So this makes it super cheap because I found this tackle box for free. It's just a Browning, kind of worn out tackle box essentially. In the top here, it's already open. There's a nice padded area, and these pads can move around, so I can fit the larger ships like the Ghost and the Decimator and the Lambda. I can put those in here, and they're pretty well protected. You can fit the Corvette in there, but not with all the other ones. I usually keep the Corvette and the Raider on display right over there in front of my TV there, usually in those two spots. We also have this, and I am trying to film this one-handed, so I apologize. It's kind of ugly. My other hand is currently broken, has pins in it. Okay, so here's all the little mini tackle boxes that slide in here. I can keep all of the bases and pegs to set them up inside that one. This one I use for all of the Scum and Villainy people. I put all their base cardboard pieces inside here. All the ships fit in here in their little slots. And then I put all the movement dials in here. Next up I have the Rebels. So I can do the same thing with this. I have the cardboard base things in here, movement dials, and then all the ships go in the empty spaces that you see there. Got the exact same setup for the Empire, so it keeps them all separate, makes them real easy to find whenever you need them. And then this one is the tokens and templates one. So this is where I fit all of my extra game pieces that I need here. So I have a couple sets of range rulers and the asteroids and stuff. So like this thing that has new rules, I can keep those in there. Got all the dice, bombs, target locks, little number ones, stress tokens, ion tokens, focus and evades, shields, and I've kind of switched up from using the shields just to using a little die on each one of those. I'll show you that in a second. Damage deck, the old one, and then the new one's underneath it. And then the bottom one here is just more inserts for the tackle boxes, more range rulers, and all these other extra pieces that you collect and you never actually use. You can see here I have like a million numbers and stuff. And also the pieces for the missions. Alright, and then up front here I keep the rules book. See if I can open it here. I keep the rules book and all the rules addendums in that little slot right there. So this tackle box works out perfect for me. I think if I expand my collection anymore, though, I'm going to have to get a different tackle box or a second one. This is just a binder I got here. I think I got it at Target. Pretty cool. I just kind of took the box that I cut up and put the box inside of the inserts in there to make it look spiffy. This is where I keep all of my pilot cards. Let me zoom in a little bit here. This is where I keep all my pilot cards, and there's a lot of them. And then all my upgrade cards on these little miniature binder inserts here. So you can get these special little mini card inserts for a binder on Amazon. So I got kind of tired of using shield tokens. They were just kind of all over the place and just kind of a hassle. So I switched over to using these little mini dice, just standard chess X dice. And I think they matched kind of what the shield tokens look like really well. Let me focus in on them here. They're kind of blue marble with a little bit of silver in there. And they kind of look like shield tokens, so I like to use those. So you can just kind of count down. So if you're at 6 shields, you know, you count down to 5, so on. So that's pretty much my X-Wing collection. Like I said, it's definitely not as big as some other people's that I've seen out there, but it is a very cool thing. I'm very happy to have it. It brings me a lot of joy to sit here and just look at the ships. So, you know what I'm saying? But all right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kobold Club, on Facebook /Kobold Club, and right here on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be doing some more videos here soon. Thank you guys. Bye.